Okay, sorry about the delay. So, percentage multipliers we've been doing for the last, we did it the last lesson, okay? Now these can get ever so confusing. So you've really got to be very clear in your mind what's going on. So if you can just start reading by having a look at the list, I will go talk you through it. So there are 4 possible types of questions. Okay, so you've got to be very clear in your mind what the question's going on. Now, yesterday we were finding the final price all the time. So we were given the original price, we worked out the multiplier, and we went from left to right, if you like. We had the original price, we multiplied it by the multiplier to give us our final answer, to give us the new price. Now, sometimes it was a percentage increase, and sometimes there's a percentage decrease. But that's what we did yesterday. Now today, the questions are going to be the other way round, okay? We're told what the amount of money is after the percentage increase, and you've got to work backwards, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing today, numbers 3 and 4. Now, while the worksheet is just going to be on numbers 3 and 4, I want you to see all 4 together and just sort of see the similarity, but also the differences. So I'm just going to do one example on all 4 of those, so you can see the difference when you compare and contrast them, okay? So we're going to do pretty much the same question, but under each of those 4 different scenarios. So here's question number 1. So this is just like the one we did yesterday. A car costs £5,000. Price is increased by 4%. What is the price, the new price of the car? So I want you to start thinking about it, gathering your thoughts. We've got to have an original column. We're going to have a price change column. And let's just call that the change. And we're going to have a final column. And what's always going to be the case is you always put 100% in the original column for any of these. Now, price increase by 4%. So our multiplier is going to be, so price is increased by 4%. So we're going to be adding on 4%. It's increased by 4%. That gives us 104% in total. And what you guys were doing yesterday, you were working, or last time, we're working out that that was therefore a multiplier of 1.04. Okay, and I think Guy asked, how would you work that out for the more tricky ones? Well, you take the 104 and you divide that by the 100. That would give you the 1.04. Now, all the ones you've done up to date, you have been given the original price. A car cost £5,000. That was its original price. So that £5,000 goes in the original column. Now, because we're going from left to right, we multiply by 1.04. So we take our £5,000 and we multiply by 1.04. I'll just do that for £5,000. Multiply by 1.04, and that gives us 5,200. So that slide, we had the original price and it was a price increase. Example 2. Okay, so again, get into the habit, have an original column, the change column, and the final column, and always put 100 in the original. It doesn't matter what type of question, always put 100 in the original. The price is decreased by 4%. So we're taking off 4%. 100 take away 4% is 96%. How do you work out that multiplier? And if you're going left to right, it's always being multiplied. You would do 96 divided by 100, and that would give you a multiple of 0.96. Now, carefully read the wording. This is like the ones you were doing yesterday. The car originally cost £5,000. So that £5,000 is going into the original column. Because we are going left to right, we multiply by 0.96, and 5,000 multiplied by 0.96 equals £4,800. So those were the types that you're used to. You've got an original price, stuff happens, and you work out the final price. Now, today's questions are going to be like number 3. A car costs I'll just wait for it to click through. There we go. A car costs £5,000 after a price increase. Okay. Now, you start off the same way as per normal. Have an original column, a change column, and a final column. And as always, always, it's 100 in the first column. Now, we're talking about a price increase. So that's plus 4%. So that's 104%. Nothing new here. So that's a multiplier left to right of 1.04. Now, this is where the difference comes into play. Where do we go and slot that £5,000? That £5,000 is our final price. So it goes in the final column, and we are working backwards. We're trying to work out the original price. I'll just wait for it to catch up. Okay, so the final price is £5,000, and we've got to work out the original price on the left. So we're going the other direction. So we don't multiply by 1.04. What's opposite of multiplying by 1.04 is dividing by 1.04. Okay, so you do £5,000 divided by 1.04, so that's an original price, it's a weird one, of £4,807.69p. Okay, so just gather your thoughts. Okay, 100%, then the 4% increase, 104. Make sure you slot the £5,000 into the final column, because we're going right, and because we're going right to left, you're going to divide by the multiplier, not multiply by the multiplier. Now let's have a look at the fourth type. Okay, so as always, have an original column, have a change column, have a final column, and have 100 in that first column. That never changes. Every type of all 4 of these types, you have 100 there. Don't worry about the 5,000 yet. Come back to that. This question is a price decrease of 4%. So you're taking away 4%. 100% take away 4% is 96%. Okay, so that's a multiplier of 0.96. So if we were going left to right, we would be multiplying by 0.96. Read the question. This £5,000 is the amount after the price decrease. It's after the change. It goes into the final column. We need to work out the original price. We are going right to left, not left to right. So we don't multiply by 0.96. We divide by 0.96. So 5,000 divided by 0.96 equals £5,208.33. So all the ones you are going to be doing today are like the last 2. So all of those on today's worksheet, you're given the final price, you need to work out the original price. So today, just make sure you're dividing all the time. Next lesson will be the real killer, when I go and mix them up, going left to right and right to left. Okay, so let me stop that recording.